Salute, salute, salute. Shout out to everybody. Just want to say congratulations. Especially congratulate all my sharks out there on amazing, amazing, NCAA night. For everybody that in the community, for everybody that's following, that subscribe. Shout out to you guys. Just couldn't ask for a better night. So yeah, once again, shout out to all the sharks. Shout out to all the veterans. Shout out to everybody supporting the community, supporting the channel, the Instagram, everything like that. Appreciate all the messages. Shout yourselves out, as well as shout out to the Ohio Bobcats. Much, much love, much appreciation to them. Amazing, amazing win, and just another notch on the belt for all the gematria community, for anybody that's continuing to do this work correctly, for everybody that's putting that effort, taking it to the next level, proper research, proper decoding. Shout out to everybody who's been taking part in that. So salute to you guys. Salute to myself as well. Salute to everybody in the community. An amazing, amazing night. And I know a lot of you guys are happy about tonight. So shout yourself out one time. Big, 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 big time. Definitely was an amazing night. So obviously, we're speaking about probably the biggest upset of the day. The Ohio Bobcats playing the defending national champions Virginia Cavaliers. This was the play that we were all over today. We only had one play in the NCAA, and this was the game we decided to isolate and attack, and multiple ways that people were able to take advantage of that. And we're going to get into exactly how that was. But just to show you guys initially, so for anybody who was on this game at the beginning of the night, or the beginning of the weekend, I'm sorry, as you guys can see right here, we have the Ohio Bobcats opened as a plus $460 favorite. Okay? Plus 460. And that ended up dropping all the way at about the start of game time. It ended up being a plus 250. But it began as a plus 460 money line price. So shout out to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. Amazing. And, like we said, when you keep it short and sweet, isolated one game, and ended up being the upset of the day, you can't really ask for too much more than that. So shout out to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. And we'll get into, we'll summarize the decode exactly. But yeah, it was definitely amazing back-to-back nights. For anybody that parlayed this with parlayed this with the Oral Roberts play. Now this is ridiculous. For anybody who did that, let's see exactly how much that one would have paid, because that one probably was insane. So let's do parlay multiplier real quick and see exactly, even responsibly, you know what I'm saying? But let's just say somebody who parlayed that, right? So you had the Oral Roberts, they were plus about 1,100. And then you had this game, let's do plus about 425, right? We'll be conservative. So for anybody who parlayed this for $100, right? They turned that into $6,200. So over 60 to 1 on your money. 62 to 1 on your money. For anybody who took it upon themselves to parlay these two plays. Oral Roberts was the biggest upset yesterday, plus 1,100, plus 1,300, as much as. And the Ohio Bobcats today, plus 425. Just those two games on $100 paid you $6,200. Let's see $20. So $20 would have paid you over $1,240. So shout out to everybody who's responsibly attacking these games using gematria, and successfully taking advantage of that, because it's really a blessing, man. You gotta count your blessings and appreciate your wins. You know what I'm saying? Especially big underdogs. You really got to sit down and appreciate those, because they don't come every single day. So it's really amazing when stuff like that happens. Yeah. So moving forward, though, that was just to calculate the parlay that anybody might have necessarily been on, which was cool. 1,100 plus 425. But so let's get into the play today, right? We had the Ohio Bobcats it was a road game for both teams, but the Virginia Cavaliers were hypothetically the home team. So, and also the returning national champions. They had Tony Bennett, who's their coach, but Ohio Bobcats won today to become 17-7. So we'll get into real quickly the summarize of the decode. Let's just talk about it real quick. So as you guys can see, for anybody who's not aware of this, Ohio, which is where the Ohio Bobcats are from, is the 17th state in the order of statehood. Okay? 17th state. Ohio was going for their 17th win of the season today, right? So let's just take a look at a couple of things. So Ohio going for the 17th win today, right? And they're named the Bobcats. So Bobcats equals 17 in the purest cipher, okay? And they were playing the Cavaliers. Cavaliers equaling 153, the 17th triangular number. So you got the 17s on both teams. Cavaliers 153, 17 triangular. Bobcats equaling 17 in the purest cipher. And then what day is today? Today's Saturday, which equals 107. In numerology, 0 has no value. 107 becomes 17, right? So a good time for the possible 17 to arise. So Ohio with a win, right? They became 17-7, like the Jesuit order, who control everything, equaling 177, like 17-7 record. But also, they were playing the Virginia Cavaliers, whose head coach name is Anthony Bennett, equaling 177, like how they became 17-7 with a win today. Anthony Bennett, coach of the Virginia Cavaliers, equaling 177. How amazing was that, right? Could it just be a coincidence or no? I don't think so. But now we get into, so the Ohio coach, right? Jeff Bowles, which is a weird name, but the Ohio coach, Jeff Bowles, his next win of his career, and I'll bring it up so you guys can see it, because I don't want you guys just to take my word for it. So we'll do, I'll just bring it up for you guys so you guys can see it, right? So look at this. So Jeff Bowles, the coach of the Ohio Bobcats, was on 88 career wins, right? And look at what we said. We said Cavaliers equals 153, right? So look, it was his 153rd game. In his 153rd game, like how the Cavaliers equal 153, he could have got his 17th win of the season in his 153rd game, the 17th triangular number. Just wanted to, another amazing thing that we pointed out. But also, his next win was number 89. Now, we always speak about numbers and their relationships. And look at this. Look at this, guys. Let me just show this to you real quick. So like we said, 153rd game. Ohio going for their 17th win. Ohio, the 17th state. Bobcats equal to 17 in the pure cipher. And then we go to this. Now look at this. Now remember what I said. Jeff Bowles, his next win was 89th of his career, right? 17 plus 7 is 24, right? His next win was his 89th win of his career. 89 is the 24th prime number. So in his 24th game of this season, he could have got his 89th win of his career. Okay? And 89 is important because look at this. Virginia equals 89. Perfect team to get your 89th win against. And just in case that wasn't enough, Virginia Cavaliers equals 89 in the purest cipher. So the coach of the Ohio Bobcats picked up his 89th win, the 24th prime, in his 24th game of the season, and picked up his 17th win of this season in his 153rd game against the Cavaliers, which equals 153, the 17th triangular number. Clear-cut riddle, amazing play, amazing odds. So shout out to everybody that was able to take advantage of that. Over 4-1, over 4.5 to 1 of your money prior to the game, but also as well in the game, they were trailing by as much as I think 9 points or something like that You were able to jump back on Ohio for another plus 400 mid-game. Some books as high and some online sites as high as plus 550. Some people reached out to me and told me that they were able to catch that price. Plus 550 in game. Amazing. Okay? These aren't coincidences. Shout out to everybody that's opened their eyes. They're not sleeping. They're using their knowledge. They're learning from the work we're putting out, from the way that we're showing the work. They're learning for themselves and applying it, and putting in some of their own work on top of what the content that we're producing. So shout out to you guys. Real talk. Shout out to you guys. But I mean, come on. All of that being a super duper coincidence is impossible. There's no way that could be an accident. No way. So shout out to everybody that's been on top of that. Been on top of that. All of those things is not a coincidence to happen in this specific game. Come on, the team playing, becoming 17-7 versus Anthony Bennett equals 177, just like the Jesuit order. Not an accident. Not an accident, man. All of this happens by the code, specifically scripted. You understand what I'm saying? Specifically scripted. Not by accident. Ohio Bobcats, the play of the day. The underdog of the day. And I'm happy we were on top of this underdog. And I'm happy that everybody that supports the movement was able to take advantage of this. Because there was a lot of work and a lot of numbers to support this play. Definitely. Some people reached out to me after the early afternoon game as well, where LeBron had gotten injured. LeBron has a connection to Ohio as well. And, the Lakers wound up going down to the Atlanta Hawks. But they were mentioning that was a good sign as well. After the game, a couple people mentioned that to me, which is why they went back in on Ohio during the game once they went down for the plus 550 price. So shout out to all my Sharks, all my veterans who know exactly how to play these and who were able to take advantage of this. Amazing. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. The work continues to speak for itself, and that's what we're going to continue to put out. Consistent results, consistent work. We're showing exactly how how gematria is used to predict these scripted sports outcomes. Now, shout out to everybody that was on top of the Oral Roberts win yesterday. Gematria showed you exactly why that win happened as well. These big upsets don't happen by accident. Yesterday was the perfect day for that specific upset to happen. And like I just showed you today with the 17 and the Saturday and everything else that lined up for the Ohio Bobcats as well as their coach, this was the perfect situation for them to upset the Virginia Cavaliers. So shout out to everybody with eyes to see. Shout out to everybody in the Gematria community, and shout out to all the followers. Everybody who's excited about, because once you can show people like with something like this, like a big underdog, how it comes through, a lot more people are excited about the work. A lot more people, they appreciate it and stuff like that. So hopefully you guys are learning. It's more experience for the memory bank, and you guys are building on top of the system that we're already providing. Because I do show all the work prior to the game, so people are able to understand exactly how I got to the conclusion that I reached. And I've been doing that like ever since I started doing this work. So it's never just it's not like you guys are just taking my word for it. I'm showing you exactly how I got to where I ended up at. So shout out to everybody that was on top of this game, that attacked this game not one but multiple times with the advantageous price that presented itself in game. Okay, responsibly, because that's exactly what we preach as well. Attacking responsibly. Not being reckless, but continuing to attack responsibly, identifying good riddles from not so solid riddles, iffy riddles, from confident riddles, and stuff like that. You will only do that by gaining experience. Okay, this is probably my 4th or my 5th March Madness using this system. So this is not our first time around the block, and we're not guessing when it comes to this stuff. Obviously, you're not going to go perfect all the time, every single day. But you know, we do try to be successful every single day, and thankfully and humbly, we stay on top of it. So shout out to everybody that continues to support us, be positive, continue to progressively building, and showing love, man, because that's all it's about. Stop being in the majority and trying to hate. Show love, man. Be in the minority. Stop being a bozo. So shout yourself out. Take your girl out for some extra steak dinner, I guess. So appreciate your family. Go if you got any kids out there, get your kids a little gift or something like that. Get your mom a gift, whatever the case may be, man. But treat yourself, treat your family, appreciate those wins. Learn from the losses. Be humble with the wins and be humble with the losses as well. So shout out to everybody. I really, really do appreciate you guys. Gonna continue to summarize the play. We're not gonna give out the whole entire decode, but what I showed you guys already was more than enough evidence to say that this is way, way, way far from a coincidence. We're gonna continue to stay on top of it. So shout out to everybody that's supporting us, man. Really, really do appreciate it. Shout out to everybody showing us love. And man, another great play. So appreciate that. It's always lovely when you could go perfect and have a clean sheet. We only, like we said, we put out one play for today. There was a lot of stuff going on. Thankfully and humbly, it was the underdog of the day and the highest payout of the day. So really, really do appreciate that. I hope you guys do appreciate that. I hope you guys show me some love and send the love back, show some appreciation. I really, really appreciate that. The Cash App is right up above. I also do have a PayPal listed. If you guys want to hit the PayPal, show some love, man, because it takes a lot of hard work to do this. It's not like flipping a coin or eeny, meeny, miny, mo type of thing. It's a lot of work to go through all the games and try to isolate a very beneficial play, a very positive play. So really, really do appreciate the continued support I get and all the well wishes and stuff like that. But hit the Cash App, hit the PayPal, and enjoy your night, man. Have a good night. As we say in this community, gematria at its finest, easy as 1, 2, 3. Shout out to Jen. Shout out to Mr. Soul. Shout out to Mrs. A. Shout out to everybody showing us love. Really, really do appreciate you guys. On the way in and on the way out, click that like button. Don't be a bozo. You understand what I'm saying? Be in the minority, not the majority, and continue to show us love. And go over to Instagram. You'll see a whole bunch of people, stamping exactly what we're doing, telling you exactly how they were able to take advantage of that. Once the video's up, come back, drop a positive comment or positive feedback. Really, really do appreciate you guys. So have a good night. And this is Victor. I'm out, man. Take care of yourselves.